The Magic as the 8 seed will go to Philly and face the 76ers as a 7 seed. 6:30 on Wednesday, and Philly is favored by 1.5 in this play-in game. It's kind of a gross play-in game, I'm not going to lie. Philly honestly has had a pretty good season, all things considered. Maxi's been phenomenal. And then if you factor in, obviously, Joel Embiid doesn't play very much, and then Paul George gets suspended. I think they're honestly fine to be in this position. They're fine to probably just sneak into the playoffs and lose in the first round. That being said, Joel Embiid, as we talked about earlier in the podcast, did have to get surgery to remove his appendix, so he's not playing in this game. Shocker. Has to be the most unlucky superstar ever. Because some of it is obviously like legitimate injuries, and he's just injury prone. Like he had the thing where like his face was like tweaking on him last year, whatever it was. And then this year it's like, okay, you just had to get your appendix out right before the playoffs. Like that's unavoidable. Just so snake bitten, so unlucky. That being said, the Magic have been such a dumpster fire and have really underachieved. And I expect Jamal Mosley to get fired, assuming they don't go on a miraculous run. I'm like, maybe the 76ers still win because the Magic have just kind of been that dysfunctional, which is unfortunate because I love a lot of their pieces.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was going to ask a question, but you continue your thought.
I love Franz Wagner. I love Desmond Bane. I like Paulo. I mean, he's been disappointing this year and pretty fun to like joke about and hate on. PB no J. But I think a lot of it is honestly, I don't think Jamal Mosley has done a good job with the pieces he's been given in like instilling a functional offense. And so I'm hoping that they fire him, get someone new in there. Don't punt on this core yet. Yeah. And hope the core can actually stay healthy is a key piece of it. Because even guys like Jalen Suggs can't stay healthy. But then like Anthony Black has taken a leap this year and been pretty good. And so with all those things like combined, how is this team the 8 seed? It's injuries and it's just a non-functional offense.
Yeah.
So
that was going to be my question. You mentioned one of the guys, Anthony Black. You were talking about the Trailblazers and how like they could be the Thunder in a couple of years, right? That's what you were talking about?
I was.
Thank you, JP. And saying like, oh, playoff experience.
I don't think
them.
that's going to happen.
No, but like they could be because it's a young team, and if they win, they win the playing game and then win 2 or 3 playoff games this year. It's like good experience. And
that would be shocking if they won 2 or 3 playoff games.
Who
in a
Blazers?
Series? I guess they would be playing the Thunder. So if they
play the Spurs, that's going
possible.
7.
Yeah. Clingan
like,
will make sure of that.
Are the Magic, JP, for you in that same kind of realm of like a young core of talent, right? You got the former first overall pick in Paolo Banchero. Banchero. That's what I thought.
Banchero. That's how I say it.
Banchero. Well, you were about to say, I don't know if you're the guy I'm going to come to for name pronunciation.
That's the extra flair pronunciation.
Banchero.
Yeah, I can't roll my R's, otherwise I will.
And then, like you said, Anthony Black, you got Jalen Suggs, all these guys, Franz Wagner, who was he drafted last year? Is that right?
He's much older.
He's 24.
He just got the Supermax.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. He played at Michigan?
He did.
Okay. I don't know why.
His brother's also on the team. So
interesting.
Mo Wagner.
Did Mo Wagner just get drafted?
No,
recently?
He's older.
Okay, then I'm just... I'm
trying to think who you're thinking about.
That just feels like he played at Michigan recently, but I'm wrong. Anyway, it's a young core, JP. So does this team fit the same kind of Portland Trailblazers? Like, more playoff experience for them would be huge.
No.
Why?
I don't think the core is good enough to take that step because this core has already made the postseason.
Correct.
They've already got that postseason experience. They were in a 7-game series with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was last year, right?
They played the Celtics last year in the playoffs.
Okay, that was 2 years ago then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They did play the Celtics. But they were in a 7-game series with the Cavaliers 2 years ago. Very 4-5 matchup, if I'm not mistaken. So they've had the postseason experience. I just don't think the team is good enough to take that kind of step where they are in a spot like the Pistons, Celtics, or Knicks, where it feels like, okay, we've got a core, and it's a core that's going to win 50 games every year.
Yeah, I agree. They're just further along in their timeline than the Trailblazers is, as they've been to the playoffs multiple times. And also, like they've already made their all-in trade. They went and acquired Desmond Bane and gave up 4 first-round picks to get him this past offseason. So, like, when you make all that kind of pushing all your chips into the middle of the table kind of move, you no longer get the grace of like, oh, that was good experience. Like, we're still younger. We'll be back next year. Because also talking about Paulo just got paid. Franz has been paid. They're going to have to start paying a couple of other guys. Like, they're already close to the part of their timeline where they have to start making decisions on who to keep and who to get rid of and who to pay and who not to pay. So that would have been them, like, last year or something like that. But they're just they're further along in the process, and it's unfortunately not gone the way they would have hoped it would have.
Makes sense.
I do have the Magic winning this game, even though I talked about them being dysfunctional and them not being very good. I think no Embiid. I think they can go get one. Though I am wondering, like, they literally just the joke of the day has been they played the Celtics last night, and the Celtics were playing nobody because they had their seed locked up, and the Celtics still beat them. Like, are they just so battered and so weary from the emotions of being a disappointment that they just kind of phone it in? But I don't think so. I think they'll win this one.
I think they should lose the game because I think they'd rather play the Pistons.
That's fair. That's a good point.
But I don't know if they'll beat the Hornets or Heat. I'm going to take the Sixers, though. I think the Sixers win this one. I think Maxey does enough, and we get to see Sixers-Celtics again in the postseason. And I do hope Embiid returns at some point in that series.
Same.
I'll go Magic.